Hello everyone. We are going to take a look today at, in my opinion, what is a very fun weapon and a very non-meta blood loss build, which is kind of hard to say in the same sentence. Blood loss is very meta right now. However, this weapon I think is unique, and I think you guys will like it. I'm going to showcase it here for you today, show you a lot of gameplay, and kind of check it out. All right, first we're going to take a look at some of the abilities, take a quick overview of this, and just kind of showcase the moveset. So your R1 attack can be chained up to 3 times. This is actually one of my favorite abilities. It does a pretty good job at knocking back smaller enemies and keeping them staggered. You can chain it up a lot of the times. A charged R2 attack, this is actually going to be one of the most powerful. And what it does is you'll notice here that the wheel starts spinning. Anytime the wheel is spinning, it's actually stacking up the blood loss. So this ability can be really powerful because you can actually charge it twice and hit it again, and that is enough to usually cause a blood loss buildup on most enemies. Maybe not bosses or dragons, but in a lot of cases that will get you a nice stack of damage based on the blood loss. Next ability I'd like to show you guys here is actually the rolling R1. This ability I find actually really powerful because you obviously do a lot of dodging in this game. This is a pretty fast move for a strength like heavy weapon. So I do like to use that ability a lot. That is a nice one. Overall, honestly, just a fun move set. I don't think there's much that can go wrong with this. The one thing that is the most fun about this is the left trigger, or the built-in ability, which is called spinning wheel. So spinning wheel, if you hit the left trigger, he charges it up, and you can actually hold down the left trigger and just continue to grind out enemies here. This is the most fun of this build. This is how you really get large stacks of blood loss on giant enemies such as dragons and trolls and things like that. So let's get right into it and check out some gameplay. Really quickly, I want to showcase one of the talisman that I'm using currently with this weapon, and that is the Godskin Swaddling Cloth. This is just saying successive attacks restore HP, and the reason I want to show this here, let me take a little bit of damage. Basically, if you charge your R2, it will actually restore a little chunk of health, and it's not a whole lot, but it's enough to where when you land something and kill an enemy like this, you'll notice there will be a few mobs you may be able to clear without even using a health pot, like these, for example. And I know obviously there's a snail underneath here, but yeah, I just wanted to put that in real fast because I find it helpful. I'm sure it's really, really good with something like a rapier or something like that, but the only downfall to it is it does not work with your charged left trigger. I was hoping it would stack just constantly, but doing this, it does not, unfortunately, but I still find it useful. So in this video, I wanted to showcase a few different things and talk about a little bit of what I'm using in conjunction with this weapon, as well as like my stats and how potentially you guys could make this better. So first thing is this weapon really shines when you're one-on-one with bigger mobs, something like what you see here. The other thing is you'll notice that this weapon with the left trigger charge tends to stagger enemies, and like a lot of the times I'll trade damage to get the blood loss stack off, and it's been working for me in my favor a lot of the times. I mean, it doesn't seem to get me killed too often. But yeah, that's just one of the strengths of the weapon, to where you can stagger a lot of enemies and kind of stun lock them, as you'll see right here even. This is just a complete one-shot basically from the stun lock. So it can be very powerful with just that ability, and I just find it super fun to use. The other thing I wanted to talk about is my current build is basically just strength, vigor, and endurance. So I don't have any stats towards arcane, which is what I believe scales with blood loss. You can correct me if I'm wrong there, but I could maybe potentially not have this, you know, the best stats possible for this weapon. However, it still seems to be working for me. I'm having a blast using it, and that's kind of the whole point of this series. I want to kind of start something on non-meta weapons. These aren't going to be necessarily PvP builds unless it's specified, but I like to kind of find PvE weapons that just add some more fun and variety into the game. You know, there's a lot of OP strats and OP videos out there that are showcasing all the same builds, but I kind of want to find some weapons that are fun to use and just not necessarily meta right now. So if you guys have been using anything that you find fun, or you know that you haven't seen a whole lot of in the game, definitely let me know in the comments down below. And if there's anything else you guys want to see added to these videos, please let me know. I do appreciate you all watching. We'll finish up here with a boss fight, and I hope you guys all have a good day.